This just in. High stakes at Survivor Series. Can they find a team captain? More high stakes at Crown Jewel. And Taz is a potato in a singlet. More. And all of this and even more. Now, because this is the start of the video, so...
For the record, we're not going to talk about Taz being potato. That is an inside joke. But we are going to talk about SmackDown and the Mixed Match Challenge. We'll talk about that off air. So, on SmackDown, fuck Crown Jewel, we're going to do AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan right now.
Yeah, a.k.a. Daniel Bryan doesn't want to go to Saudi Arabia because murder.
Yeah. So, we do have a great WWE Championship to open up SmackDown.
Doesn't happen very often.
AJ Styles defeating Daniel Bryan, making him tap out to the calf crusher and retaining the WWE Championship. And then both men are attacked by Samoa Joe. And AJ's like, Paige...
Samoa and Joseph.
Paige, give me Joe. Paige's like, do you really want to, reward him? Goes, no, I want to kick his ass. So now, in Saudi Arabia, at Crown Jewel, AJ Styles will defend the WWE Championship against Samoa Joe.
That match just got significantly sweatier.
That it did. Paige also, as you were saying, asked Charlotte, commended Charlotte on how good her match with Becky Lynch was, but then also said, hey, I want you to be the captain of the SmackDown Live Women's Survivor Series team. Paige is really high on it. Charlotte's like, I don't really want to. But Paige told her to think about it, so she might do it. Then we had Big E defeat Cesaro in a Trick or Street fight. We'll talk about that more. Shane, you talked about putting more stakes at Crown Jewel. Shane told the 4 members of the SmackDown side of the America Cup
who would later be on the main event.
Yes.
Against each other.
Yep. Telling them that if any one of them lost to a Raw superstar, they would no longer call SmackDown Live home. So... if SmackDown don't win the America Cup, somebody getting fired. Shinsuke defeated R-Truth, retaining the United States Championship. R-Truth apparently taking Ty Dillinger's spot. I didn't know Ty Dillinger was hurt, but apparently he's hurt. Becky Lynch called out Ronda Rousey, kind of throwing shots fired first, heading into their champion versus champion match at Survivor Series. And in the main event, Rey Mysterio and Jeff Hardy defeated The Miz and Randy Orton, but surprise, everybody gets an RKO. Happy Halloween. Then on the Mixed Match Challenge, we had Monster Eclipse defeat Mahalisha. Go fucking figure. Next week for Raw, we'll have Country Dominance versus B&B. And then on the SmackDown side, Phenomenal Flair defeated Ravishing Rusev Day. And next week we'll have Day One Glow versus The Fabulous Truth.
You know, Bayley and Finn are next to each other on a plane. We call it Airbnb.
Yeah. I see what you did there. That's all that happened on Tuesday. Kevin Hawk, did you like anything about Tuesday?
I'll be real. R-Truth did this weird move out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like a spinning... I thought it was going to be like a head scissors at first, and it kind of was still a head scissors, but it was really fast, and it took Shinsuke down. And
it was like he tried to do his rolling forearm, but with his feet that turned into a leg drop.
Yeah.
It was a lot of things that R-Truth has never done before.
All rolled into one.
And it dropped Shinsuke, so
yeah,
it was effective.
I'm going to give my like to that move.
All right. Congratulations, R-Truth.
Just the move. Also that Shinsuke delivered a Kinshasa to standing up R-Truth.
So you're giving your like to R-Truth versus Shinsuke?
No, just those two moves.
Just those two moves specifically. Okay.
2 leg-oriented knockdowns.
One for either side of the match.
Yeah. 50-50 booking, bro. WWE style.
Okay. I see what you're doing there. I'm going to give my like to the chop-off. Mixed Match Challenge. Phenomenal Flair versus Ravishing Rusev Day.
Yeah.
That's been kind of the build from last week to tonight. That's what they said they were going to do. And watching Charlotte take down Lana, and then Rusev take down AJ, and then Charlotte challenging Rusev, and then Rusev just like fucking taking it. It was just it was a funny start. Plus they each had their signs and stuff, so it was a funny start to the match. And yeah, that's what we appreciate about Mixed Match Challenge, because it can be lighthearted at times.
Yeah.
Did you love anything?
The opening match.
Yeah.
AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan.
WWE Championship match.
Fucking good.
As always.
Yeah, like, these guys aren't going to have a bad match against each other. And, like, they went at it like it was a pay-per-view match. Like,
yeah, and
they had some high spots. They had great storytelling with the just, like, multiple times, like, Daniel looking like he was hurt.
Yeah.
You know, first with the leg, then when AJ, like, turned that top rope move into, like, an elbow drop on accident.
Oh, yeah.
Like, on the neck, and then back to the leg when he got tossed out of the ring.
Yeah,
like,
it was. I think it was
suplex out of the ring.
suplex out of the ring. That scared me. And then, yeah, just the whole, like... And Daniel had, like, extra fire. Like, when he locked in the yes lock, like, he was cranking on AJ. Yeah. So, yeah, it was...
Well, this was supposed to be the crown jewel match.
Yeah.
You know, so you know that they were gonna put in a lot of effort to it, which was really good, and it paid off. And you know, I'm almost glad it happened on SmackDown, like better than on Crown Jewel. Let's be real.
Yeah. If you watch the Raw review, neither me or Thomas are very excited for Crown Jewel.
You know, and it's not for me. It has nothing to do with the show itself. It's just. You know, I'm in the same boat as a lot of the wrestlers, and a lot of the people. It's like
it's just bad timing.
It's a bad timing. It's a bad thing for what everyone knows is just this is a big money grab for WWE.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I don't expect anything groundbreaking to come out of it. And then Joe coming out and, you know, making his presence known at the end. It surprised me a little bit because last report I had heard is Joe was potentially injured.
Really?
Yeah. So to see him just yesterday, I think I read an article online that's like, hey, we think Joe is injured. And then to have him show up like the next day, I'm like, oh well, I guess that shows that that's not at least not injured to the capacity where he can't have a match.
Well, I mean, it's pretty safe that him and AJ know each other pretty well. So if he is hurt, I'm sure him and AJ can work around that.
Yeah, but then it gave me this idea of I want to see the three of them in a triple threat match against each other.
I'm all for,
because I would love to see a third iteration of Styles, Joe, Daniel. Sudden.
Yeah, no, I'm all for.
I feel like that would have, but yeah, despite the fact that it's Bryan Danielson or Daniel Bryan instead of Christopher Daniels, I feel like it would have a very similar feel to those three ways that they had in TNA with Christopher Daniels, because Daniel Bryan adds that very well experienced technical aspect that Daniels added in the TNA matches. Yeah. So
I'm all for it.
It'd be very similar, just slower.
Yeah.
Because these guys are all getting old.
That's true. I love the fact that we had the Brood Day.
The Brood Day.
That was the best thing that could happen on a Halloween-ish episode of SmackDown, is having the New Day come out dressed as the Brood. They looked fantastic. They used the fucking blood mist twice in the match. It was...
They should have had red velvet pancakes.
Oh, missed opportunity. But they still look great.
Yeah, legitimate, Edge and Christian tights.
Yeah,
on Kofi and Xavier.
Yeah, Woods had the old school Edge look with the long cloth trench coat and the basic tights with the fucking fangs. Both of them had the sunglasses on. Big E was had that Gangrel swagger coming down.
Also, his boots looked awkward. Big E looked like he was wearing boots that were too big.
Gangrel sometimes wore boots that looked like they were too big, so maybe
I don't know. It seemed weird because Big E is one of those guys where you feel like maybe they don't make boots too big
because he's Big E.
Yeah.
And
so,
I just also the fact that
he's just wearing bigger E boots.
the fact that it was such a good surprise because they did the whole usual intro, but then they actually came down to
the Brood's
theme song. The fucking the crew that they had when the fucking
in the black morph suits, holding like the
fake lightsaber things.
They're like the fucking batons that ushers have at movie theaters.
That was the cheesiest and best way that you could recreate the Brood entrance. The whole thing was hokey. It was hilarious.
Sheamus was a great White Walker.
Yeah, and then they all 5 guys had a fun trick or treat fight that was actually just supposed to be.
And Big Show was there too.
I forgot about Big Show. Sorry, Big Show.
It's harder and harder to not forget about him these days, which is sad to say because he's huge.
Sorry, Big Show.
If he hadn't turned again for the 949th time, maybe we'd remember him more.
Maybe. Did you dislike anything?
I dislike that Big Show didn't turn face again. No, here's something I dislike.
It's Survivor Series season. He should be panicking very soon.
I dislike that they started the trick or treat fight during the commercial break.
That's messed up.
That was
by the time we came back, there was already a table set up and pumpkins had been smashed.
Yeah.
What did we miss, WWE? What did we miss? Sons of bitches.
Also, gotta say it, because I'm gonna say it every week that it happens. Ravishing Rusev Day loses again. What bullshit is this? I call shenanigans.
Especially after AJ had a half an hour long match against Daniel Bryan and Charlotte was just in a war with Becky Lynch 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Lana did a battle royal and Rusev has probably had a couple days off. They should have been well rested and ready to win that.
Yeah.
I still say it's because AJ is WWE champion.
Probably.
That's
book him strong.
That's my guess. I dislike that Joe is still doing the thing against the Styles family.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that every week because I don't need that bullshit. Joe, just tell me you want to punch AJ in the face.
No, that's what Daniel said.
Just steal Daniel Bryan's shit, and then Daniel Bryan gets mad because that's what happened with The Miz, and that's what turns it into a triple threat match.
Hey.
There you go. Just have him start going, Joe.
That's how they're gonna get Daniel in is what AJ's gonna beat him at Crown Jewel, and all of a sudden Joe's gonna start turning towards Brie.
That's fucked up. Don't do it. I'll hate that even more.
The bigger difference is that Brie could potentially actually be there on a weekly basis.
And is more likely to smack Joe in the face than Wendy Styles.
Or turn.
Brie Bella panics and turns on.
I just in my head, terrible imagery. Just Big Show dressed as Brie Bella.
Ugh.
In the crowd. Trying to be inconspicuous.
That would make me like the storyline. Be completely honest. If they try and pull off that Big Show is Brie Bella, I'm all for it. Then I might give a shit. But for now, stop it, Joe. I don't like it.
You don't need to be a creeper. Just be mean.
Yeah. You're Samoa Joe. You're a badass that likes to beat people up. That's all we need.
You are a jiggly wrecking ball. A fury.
You heard it here first, folks.
Give him the thunder thighs, Joe. That's a movie doesn't do anymore.
Which one?
He used to do a leg lariat.
Oh yeah,
back in the TNA days.
Yep.
The Mike TNA days.
I see what you did there. If you're still watching, thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Click those links down below.
There are a lot of social media links.
There's a podcast link. Subscribe, but we can't upload anything right now. It's messing with me.
Oh, well.
Every time I try to upload something, it'll stop uploading right in the middle of it.
That's the link that says SoundCloud?
I appreciate the people that have still been listening to there are podcasts up. You can go listen to ones that we've already done. They're kind of irrelevant at this point, but you can check them out.
Yeah.
there were some people that when I checked on Monday that they actually had listened within the last 24 hours, so I appreciate that. So yeah, go subscribe, check out what we've got. But you can definitely check out Reasonable Wrestling Fans.
It's Reasonable to W
Like Wrestling, where we have a list with Kevin Hawk, Question of the Week with Thomas Wolf, other videos that are loosely based around wrestling, and just a few days ago we had a brand new unboxing from our friends at Pro Wrestling Crate, where in some boxes we get cool shirts like this Heart Foundation shirt, or this El Generico shirt, and all these cool little micro brawlers.
We just got Papa Shango.
Yeah, he's being held up by Braun Strowman. We got him in a different box. We got Roman in a box. We got Finn in a box. You won't know what box is unless you go check out the playlist over on that channel. Let us know what other types of videos you'd like to see. But for now, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you at whatever video you decide to watch next.
We got Finn in a box.
Fuck Modus.